We got a compactor this morning, guys, from the rental place. This is a vibrating contractor or compactor, and it's fairly heavy. They just put a brand new engine on it. They say it's been running for only 3 hours. Here we go. Grab it. That's a serious vibrator.
Do you pull it or push it?
I don't know yet. First things first though, we've got to fill in this area right here, and right here, so that we can begin getting the tractor in, scoop this dirt, and dump it over the back wall. Then we can start vibrating everything.
From my missteps and tortured souls, I learned my way, breaking every bone. Now I see all these aches and make you grow. And every fall has a rise, every burn has a flame. From foolish to wise.
Now that we can drive inside the garage, we are going to get all this loose dirt out. And as you can see, Marty is dumping it on the outside, and we'll use that as the backfill for the outside of the garage.
We got the entrance filled in right here so that we can drive the tractor in. We scooped out that extra loose dirt that was here, put it on the back side, and we're just wetting this down. We're gonna go over it with the compactor. So the plan is we'll put about 6 inches of rock, go over it with the vibrator, 6 inches or so, go over it, go over it, go over it, and just keep building it up. Level with the openings of the doors, which is basically this line right here.
Compactor is actually super easy to work. It doesn't really take much muscle to it. It kind of vibrates itself along. You just kind of steer it in the right direction. But check this out. Look at how hard this is. It is doing a super, super good job.
In every laugh has a cry, every loss has a gain. From foolish to wise, we are bruised the same.
Here you can really see the difference between the packed and unpacked sides of the garage. Packed side, unpacked side. So that little compactor seems to be doing a good job. We're going to be putting it down thin. You know, it'll take more time, put it down thin and then compact it, but we'll do one side, then the other side, one side, then the other side, and Jules will just keep going over it, packing it and packing it. Packing it.
Seth finished up his schoolwork for the day, so he came out and he hopped on the compactor. Working on adding more gravel to this side. Seth will compact this, then we'll switch. We are taking a mandatory break right now because the compactor has stopped compacting. Marty's over there trying to figure out what in the world is going on. We stopped to put more gas in it and started it up, and now it's not vibrating at all.
We did have to end up replacing that one. We got this one right here instead. Basically, it's the same thing, just a little different design. Time to get back to work. The garage floor is all compacted and flat. We're getting ready to start with the mud seals. We worked on this corner right here. You can see we've got these hold downs here. And then there'll be another one that goes actually into the studs on these two here. And this one right here only has one bolt in this piece of wood here. So we have a couple of these because we left out a couple anchor bolts like this. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna put this guy right here. And so we'll drill a hole down through there and we'll put those anchor bolts in. Let's show you the supplies we got yesterday. 2x6s by 16 feet. And this is for the garage floor when we pour it. We've got a bunch of other 2x6s over here. And then down here on the bottom, right here, these four, these are 2x12s. Those are gonna make up the garage door headers. We got a new tool, not only because we messed up and didn't put enough bolts in, but we've got a lot of other drilling to do as well. Bosch. Here we go. Bam, look at that bad boy. It's all shiny. Basically, it's a concrete drill. And this is a 1/2 inch concrete bit. So this has a pretty unique chuck kind of system. Basically, you pull this back, you slide this in there and you twist it around until it slides all the way down, and then it pulls right out. There we go. All right, she's in there. Man, they greased that thing up good, huh?
Wow.
Then we've got this guy right here that you can slide for the depth you want.
That's so smart.
All right, so these are the bolts we're gonna be putting in. And basically, we're gonna drill the hole, then we're going to pound this in. Then when we try to tighten it up, this is gonna slide down and expand inside the hole and be tight. This little guy right here works great. Drilled through the concrete way easier than it drilled through the wood. Of course, I'm sure that has something to do with the bit. It's a concrete bit, not a wood bit, but still got the job done. Got the bolts in just like they're supposed to be. And now it's time to start laying out our first wall. We've got them laid up right here. We're gonna go ahead and find where the window goes back here. And then we'll start marking out all the studs. Frame it up, put some sheathing on it, and tilt it up. See if Jules, Seth, and I are strong enough to tilt this bad boy up.
All right, it's getting very exciting. We have got it all mapped out and we're ready to put this first wall together. Marty's got another new toy.
Yep, another new toy.
Last year we had borrowed a nail gun, and so this year we own our own, which
Brand
is cool.
new one. It's cool, DeWalt.
We wanted to get a battery,
Yeah.
but we couldn't find one. And on Amazon it was going to take like over a month to get it to us, so we ended up going ahead and buying a electric
Air.
electric air.
An air one.
So we've got our kings marked out and all of our tremors, where they're going to go. We've got, these are the tremors cut. This is for the header for the door. Seth's got all of these studs setting out here. And these 3 bores down here are the header for the window.
We got all of our studs marked. King stud.
I just showed him that.
Oh, you did? Oh, well, good job. Most of you guys probably know how this works, but just in case, this slides down like that, and then to let it go back up, like that. So then you take your nails and you put them in there.
And you have to put them in the right direction, huh? The right angle.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to put them this way. You have to go this way.
So how many does that take? 2 or 3?
I think it'll take 3. I'm hoping, nope, just 2. So these are galvanized nails, and it says on the box that it is the same quality or higher as hot dipped galvanized nails, I think it said. And so we're using galvanized because we're going to be nailing into the pressure treated mud seal. And so you want to use galvanized nails when you do that.
All right, we're going to use this square here just to make sure everything is square.
Oh, what a lovely day. Sunshine is falling in a brand new way. I knew it from the start. We got a story written in the stars. Like tulips in spring, leaves in the fall. When you're with me, I see it all, I feel it all. It's so clear, you right here. Whoa, we go out together. There's no doubt what we found. We know we go out together. We go out together. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, what a perfect night. You and me dancing, the moon is our spotlight.
We tried to lift that wall, just the 3 of us, but that was so heavy. And as we started coming down, that really hurt my back to try to hold that. So we're bringing in the big guns.
Bam, we've got 1 wall up. That was the goal for today, right? 1 wall, and we did it. It's like 5:30 in the evening right now. Wait, what is this? What is this? All right, let me explain. We're going to frame down from the header to the top of the window, right? So there's extra space. We put the headers all the way up at the top, just below the top plate, and that way, when we get the floor in, right, the floor is going to come later. I know it would be easier to pour the floor before we put the walls up. Our timetable just doesn't work for that, okay? So we're going to have to put in a little extra work. I know you guys probably think I love doing extra work. Well, we're doing a little bit of extra work because we're going to pour the floor after the walls, the second story, all that's up, probably. We'll see on the timeline. But then we'll come in and we'll pour the floor, okay? So we're going to have to do a little extra work on that. But because of that, we're not exactly sure how high. I mean, we know where it's supposed to be, right? But we don't know exactly where it's actually going to be. So for the rough opening for the door, right, we don't want to be, you know, if you're an inch off, then your rough opening is going to be either too big or too small, right? So we don't want to have to deal with that. The same for this window. This is a 4x8 window that goes right across here. So we will just frame down to the top of it once we get the floor in, and we'll know exactly how high to go then. And we'll frame up from the bottom, you know, for the cripples and the sill for the bottom of the window. So we'll do that later. I know we're having camera problems. I don't know why. I don't understand why. We haven't had them before, but the last couple of videos, we've been having camera trouble. And so you didn't get to see everything. I apologize for that. We'll try to get that sorted out. If you want to see more about what's going on here in our homestead, there is a video right over there you can go ahead and check out. Otherwise, I hope you have a really great day. Keep smiling, and I'll see you over in that video in just a second.